Intellectual property rights. It is abbreviated as IPR. Let us first define what is intellectual property. Property means the things owned by a person, means these are the personal belongings. And the word intellectual means understanding, reasoning, judgment, mental, thinking power of mind, creativities of your mind, that is called as intellectual. So if you combine these two, intellectual property means the things that are the creativities of a human mind. So intellectual property rights, that is IPR, it provides a protection to the things of creators, giving them property rights over their creations. That means it is a type of law. It is a law that provides protection to the creations of an inventor, and this is how it prevents the theft of the creations. The subject matters or what can be protected by IPR Act. There are several things which are called as subject matters that can be granted IPR protection. It includes literary work, means your writing work, articles, artistic and scientific works, performances of performing artists, phonograms, broadcast, inventions in all fields of human endeavors, scientific discoveries, industrial designs, the trademarks, service marks, commercial names and designations, protection against unfair competition, and all other rights resulting from intellectual activity in the industrial, scientific, literary, or artistic fields. So, all such kinds of subject matters can be protected by IPR Act. The two branches of intellectual property are industrial property and copyright. Industrial property is supposed to protect inventions. Copyright supposed to protect literary and artistic works. Industrial property, it includes patents to protect the inventions and industrial designs. Industrial property also covers the trademarks, the service marks, layout designs of integrated circuits, for example, in electronic engineering, the plans like in civil engineering, etc., circuit diagrams, commercial names and designations, as well as geographical indications and protection against unfair competition. Since protection for inventions gives a monopoly right to exploit an idea. Monopoly means the right of production and usage of that particular invention. It remains with the inventor. So others are excluded from using or producing that particular invention. So that is called as monopoly. That means that particular personnel who gets the patent has the right of production, using, and sharing his invention. So it creates a dominance of that particular invention in that particular area. So it is called as monopoly. So such protections are short-lived, usually for 20 years. So the invention is protected must also be made known to the public. It is not that the invention is done and it is kept highly secret. No, it is made known to the public, means it is disclosed. People should know about this invention. That is a compulsory condition. And also, the law states that the author of an original work has the right to prevent other persons from copying or otherwise using his work. Although it is disclosed, it is made known to the others, but others are excluded from copying the things. They cannot copy the creation of the patentee. Now let us move on to the Patent Act, which is more relevant to microbiology or biotechnological fields in sciences. The economic and competitive position of a fermentation process also depends on this patent. As we have learned earlier that there are several factors which maintains the competitive position of fermentation industry in the market. It is dependent on the recoverable yield of the products, the research cost, the size of the market, the profit potential, and the last one is patent or secret processes, position of fermentation process or product. Patents and secret processes provide a degree of protection to the competitive position of a commercial fermentation. Patents are granted to inventors, and in return the inventions are disclosed. That means they are released. That means the public can read what is invented. So it is publicized. These releases or disclosures add to the knowledge of the respective art and help the progress of the state of that art. The patent in turn gives the inventor the right to exclude others from making, using, or selling his particular invention. So all these rights remains with the patent holder. The patent is granted for few years. So it depends on country. In India it is approximately 17 to 20 years. This is more beneficial than attempting to maintain secrecy during the use of their invention. So obviously secrecy about fermentation processes is very difficult to maintain. Like special contracts must be negotiated with the trusted employees. This is very important because if the employees are trusted, they are never going to leak the information outside. So special contracts has to be made with trusted employees so that they will not reveal their knowledge of the process outside. This secrecy is advantageous. That means this may allow the maintenance of good competitive position for a commercial fermentation for many more years than 17 years of monopoly of a patent. If you get a patent, then for 17 to 20 years you get monopoly. But if without getting a patent, if the processes are kept secret with trusted employees, then This doesn't have any end. It may continue more than for 17 to 20 years. Now the question is, what can be patented? Product as well as process. Special fermentation and recovery techniques associated with obtaining high yields. That means it is called as a process patent. The patent describes a workable process and a product. What is the composition of patent? It consists of three parts: grant, specifications, and claims section. Now, what is this grant section? This grant is filed at the patent office and it is not published. It is a signed document and it is the agreement that grants patent rights to the inventor. Specifications and claims section. These two sections are published, they are publicized as a single document which is available to the public at a minimal charge from the patent office. If you are interested in knowing a particular patent, you can go to patent office and you can buy that patent in a nominal price. It is not costly and you can study that patent in detail. You can you can get knowledge about that particular invention from that particular document of specifications and claims. Specification section is very important. It is a narrative description of the subject matter of the invention and how the invention is carried out. In relation to this, the whole information is given in specification section. It is written in specification section. Therefore, if you are skilled in that particular branch or area on which the patent is taken, learning related to the patent should be able to reproduce the invention. You can reproduce the invention. So, in that depth, the description is given in specification section. Claim section. It specifically defines the scope of invention, the area of invention, which is protected by the patent. That is, that which others may not practice in is defined in this claims section. So it clearly understood from the claim section that just how the invention differs from the known products and processes. In fact, the exact working of the claim section is very important because it states exactly what is to be protected and what is not. So it can also states whatever the possible variations can be made in this invention, and that also should be protected. So if it is not claimed, then other may get chance to recreate the invention by passing, so which is called as a bypass. So it can, so the people can escape the patent and they can reinvent the same invention by using different methodology. So that has to be also mentioned in claim section, that these are the possible variations by which the same invention it can be carried out. So that should be mentioned in claim section to to allow to does not allow the others to escape the patent. Characteristics of the patent, it is very important. For patenting, following criteria must be satisfied. What is this criteria for patenting? The invention must be novel. That means the first criterion is novelty, means the newness. The process or the product, it must be novel or new. Second criterion, the product or the process must be useful. So it must be, the invention must be useful. Or the second criterion, it describes the utility of the process or product. And the third criterion is the patent application must provide the full description of the invention. So these are the three criteria, three characteristics of a patent: novelty, utility, and disclosures. The patent is granted to first inventor. This is very important, and if it is difficult to find out who is the first inventor. So this inventor, when he or she files a patent, should produce the evidences supporting that he or she is the first inventor. Now, there are difficulties with microbes. Uh, Actually, there are no difficulties with microbial processes, or the products usually fall under one or two classes, that is, an art or process, or a composition of matter. The patents are granted only to creativities or inventions, and not for the discoveries. We must differentiate the invention and discovery. Invention means something which is constructed newly, it is construction. And discovery means something which is existing in nature and we are disclosing it, that is called as discovery. So patents are not granted to discoveries, they are granted to only inventions. So discoveries are the disclosures of naturally occurring things or entities. So therefore it is very difficult to get a patent for a microorganism or a microbial process. Although nowadays it is possible to get a patent for microbial process, but it is very difficult to get it for a microorganism, because microorganisms are natural things. However, again there is a bypass. The explanation is given. The explanation in obtaining the patentability for a microbial process is the concept that man had adjusted the environment of the microorganism artificially to such an extent that organism will produce the product in the laboratory or commercial production plant. So that is the bypass or explanation for obtaining a patent for microbial process, that the natural environment is not there. The environment, physical and chemical environment, is modified. So whenever the fermentation is carried out, the environment is artificial. So considering this fact, patents can be obtained for microbial processes. For microorganisms also there is an explanation. Patents can be obtained for the microorganisms which are modified in the laboratory, that means which are genetically modified. If they are genetically modified, they are non-natural, they become gems. That means they are constructed, their DNA is modified, a part of gene is transferred into the recipient cell, and the recipient cell genome is modified. So once the organism is modified, it can be considered as a newly constructed microorganism. So this genetically modified microbe, it can be considered for patent. Then a newly discovered product not previously described, such as certain new antibiotics, may allow the application for a product patent. So this is how microbial processes can be patented. Microorganisms which are modified can be patented, and the newly discovered products may obtain product patent.